Today is day 30. Can you believe it? 30 days. Yay. One more day, fam. Just one more day. And today we're going to talk about the power of now. I'm going to get a little zen on you, a little spiritual. I might have got a little spiritual on day 29 as well, but I'm going to get real spiritual today. Well, at least I'm going to try. So, when I think about being an entrepreneur, and what I want to say to you guys is that congratulations. You are an entrepreneur. It doesn't matter what's going on in your life. It doesn't matter if your business is a startup or not. It doesn't matter if you've done anything for your business. It doesn't matter if you had a business and it failed. It doesn't matter if you got a business and ain't nothing going on. Today, the power of now. Today, you are an entrepreneur and you are forevermore an entrepreneur. And whether or not you even actually do anything about that, it don't matter. But I affirm and I support and I acknowledge you as an entrepreneur. So, congratulations on kind of getting in touch with that part of yourself that is an entrepreneur. And so, what I want to do is for us to use now, use right now as the point of reference for what you're going to do from now on. That whatever happened in the past is in the past and is gone. And guess what? You can't go back there and you can't do nothing about it. But today, right now, you can do everything. And so, as you're thinking about your business, when I think about the power of now, I think a couple of things. It is important for us to really acknowledge our dream, and dream big. But more importantly, and when I say dream and dream big, I want you to think about your business. There's a saying, start with the end in mind. So what I want you to do is think about if your business was at the place where you want it to be, like it's just the most successful it can be. What would that look like? Take a moment. I'm serious. You can either record it, you could write it on a piece of paper. I mean, I don't really care how you transcribe it or get it down or put it somewhere. But I want you to get in touch with that. What is your ultimate vision? And I'll just use me for an example, as I always tend to do. So I created Coming Out Black, and originally it was just really about personal development, creating visibility around LGBT, same gender love, and the life people of African descent. It has since shifted into doing business development for the LGBT community. And let me tell you about my dreams. Let me say this. In 10 years, and let me just say this. I'm a big dreamer. Now, whether or not I actually get to these levels, the things I'm going to share to you, it doesn't really matter. I want to dream big, and these are the dreams that I have. I want Coming Out Black to be a multi-billion-dollar business. And the way it's going to do that is going to do it a couple different ways. Number one is I want to create some really incredible online business development courses that really help people, really change the lives of entrepreneurs, really provides them with the resources and tools and the ways to do business operations so that their business can be successful. And I want it to be international. Although I'm focused on a niche market, which is the LGBT community, it's really open to everybody and anybody. And I want to be so good at this that any and everybody wants to partake. The other thing I want to do is I want to be responsible for having touched the lives of at least in 10 years. I would like to have been a part of touching the lives of at least 10,000 LGBT entrepreneurs who are successful, who run successful multi-million-dollar businesses. 10,000. I want to think that somehow, some way, whether it was a class, whether it was a video, whether it was an ebook, whether it was speaking at something, whether it was through my next goal, which is to create a network, I want to know that 10,000 LGBT entrepreneurs are now successful have multi-million dollar businesses. The other thing I want to do is I want to create a network, international LGBT entrepreneur business owner network, where every year we come together for an annual conference and where we share information, where we support one another, where we really change the economic landscape of the around the globe that we are the next wave of entrepreneurs that's going to change this planet. That's the kind of dreaming I'm doing. Other things I want to do is I want to create these incredible books, business development books that really help people. I want to create I want to, I'm not gonna lie, I want to sell products like t-shirts with my logo on it. I'm all about branding. I'm all about this. I want to do this thing with branding. And one of the things I wrote down as a dream, and again, I get to dream big, so this is my dream. I want LGBT entrepreneurs to wear coming out black branded clothing at gay prides across the country. And that way they get to network with one another. They get to identify that, oh, you're an entrepreneur too, and so I don't know, I just have this fantasy of going to like a gay pride, like, I don't know, DC, LA, New York, and seeing people with coming out black, branded clothing, walking around, you know, being successful in their businesses. I don't know, something about that just really speaks to me, speaks to my soul, speaks to my heart. Just, oh my goodness, I feel like, yes, yes. And so I encourage you guys, the next step is for you to step into the power of now and to start with the ending in mind. Dream big. Write that stuff down or record it. I really want you to do it because I think if you dream big, if you start with the ending in mind, then you will always know. One of the things I know about dreaming big is this. Every time I go to take a step in my business, I always ask myself, is this in service to my dream? Is doing this thing in service to my dream? And a lot of times I have to really get honest and be like, well, you know what? That's not really in service to my dream. So therefore, I can't really do it. As much as I would love to and I want to, it's not really in service to my dream. And then next thing I know, I move, I scrap away that task and I let it go. And then I move it to the next task, right? And then next thing I know, I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah. See, that's why I was supposed to say no to that so I could say yes to this new thing that needed to come through, but could come through because I was too busy focusing on some stuff I wanted to do that really was not in service to my big dream. And I think about how I was, I use myself as an example is that if you had asked me 3 months ago, what would I be doing these 31 days to business startup? The answer is absolutely not no. It would have sounded ludicrous. But here I am on day 30. Here I am on day 30 talking about business startup for LGBT entrepreneurs. And I feel so humbled and honored and blessed because I said no to things that were not in service to my dream to serve LGBT entrepreneurs. The other thing I want you to do is, so think about the ending in mind. Think with the ending in mind. I want us to just kind of get back to the basics, right? And do the things that we really need to be doing as it relates to our business. And that is, I want you to create a vision board. I know people say, "Oh, vision boards are supposed to be for personal." No, you can create a business vision board. So, in thinking about your big dream, where you really want to go, how much money you really want to make, how many lives you really want to touch, what kind of services and products and things you want to be able to share with the world, right? I want you to get some paper. I don't care what kind of paper it is. It could be newspaper, honey. It could be cardboard paper. It could be leftover wrapping paper. I'm all about recycling. So use whatever you got. And I want you to create a vision board. And I want you to find the images and I want you to find the words that are going to inspire you, that's going to allow you to see visually your big dream, because we are very visual people and we're bombarded with all kind of visual images. But however, I want us to be I want our minds to also be bombarded with our own visual big dream visions, and not the dreams of other people but ours. And so I want you to create a vision board, and I think that could be really good for you. Something that you look at every single day. When you wake up, maybe when you go to bed, and maybe a couple times throughout the day to remind you, like, this is where you're going. Because there are going to be moments when you're going to want to give up. There are going to be moments when people test your very last half of a quarter of a tenth of a nerve, okay? And there are going to be times when you're just thinking, I have been doing X, Y, and Z in service to my vision, and I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. And you do want to give up. And then you look at that vision board and you're like, okay, I get it. I get it. I got to do one more thing. I got to keep going. I think it's a thing to help. I know my vision board, My vision board always brings me to tears. It always makes me emotional because to think that 10,000 LGBT entrepreneurs are having successful multi-million dollar businesses means that 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 is going to change the world that we live in. Do you understand? That's that's dreaming some big stuff that even I can't really understand or comprehend. You know what I mean? But I know that I've been given that dream for a reason. Whether or not I'm able to reach it, it doesn't matter. What's important is that that's going to happen. That's going to happen. And that I feel blessed that the Spirit gave me the opportunity to see that vision now. So I'm gonna start crying. So let me keep going. And then the other thing I want you to do, which I think is the most important thing to do, oh my God, do a success journal. And I'm not talking about, I'm, and so a couple of things I want to say first. I think a lot of times people think that you got to break people down to build them back up. I don't believe in that. I believe in taking people's strengths, the strengths that they have, and helping them get stronger and using those strengths to help them with their areas of weakness. And so a success journal helps you to do that. And let me say this about the success journal. It's not about you writing down, I made $1 million. Your success journal starts with, today I came up with a name for my business. Today I opened a Twitter account for my business. Today I came up with a name for the bracelets I'm going to make that have rhinestones and I don't know, whatever. I'm just using an example. Today I went to a business course. I went to the local chamber of commerce and I registered for a class about starting your own business. Today I created a Facebook page for my business. Today, I listened to a Coming Out Black Business Academy video to learn about some aspect of business. Today, I sold 10 pieces of product. Today, I helped one LGBT entrepreneur. Today, I brainstormed about ideals to do marketing. Today, I want you to create a success journal with all the little itty bitty things that you do for your business, from typing up a letter to paying for something as it relates to your business, and to keep that journal and to just and like it's back to school time now, so you can go to any of these office supply stores and buy yourself a nice little theme notebook, right, for 10 cents. Some of them as cheap as 10, 25 cents. They real cheap. Just go get one, okay, and just start writing every little day, every little thing that you do, big or small. Because let me tell you something about my success journal. When I Yes, my vision board helps me when I'm down and out, but my success journal, it lights a fire under my butt because it allows me to see, look at all the things you've done, Charlotte, the hundreds and thousands of things, little things and big things you've done for your business. And that although I'm feeling like in this moment I really want to give up and I don't want to do this anymore, my success journal reminds me that no, you've always been successful. You've always done what you needed to do as relates to this business, and it is not over. And so your success journal will be that thing you get to hold on to. It'll be that place you get to go to and know, like, oh, I'm doing the best I can, and I'm doing the work that I need to be doing, and that this is not the time, nor will there ever be a time for me to give up. And this is evidence of my hard work, evidence of what it is I'm supposed to be doing and how I'm supposed to be showing up in the world. So make sure you create your success journal, because I'm gonna tell you, it's the thing that will take you places. I'm gonna go through the last two things and it'll be quick because I've been long-winded. One is that I want you to create a list of goals. And so goals are more bigger things. And I always tell you guys to use the SMART goals, which is what? S for specific, M for measurable, A for achievable, R is for relevant, and T is for time bound. Meaning that you create goals that are really specific, you know what I mean? And that are going to have time and they're relevant to your business and they're measurable. And so, like, for example, your goal could be to have a website for your business, which I keep telling everybody to do. And the next thing you're going to do then is create 5 actionable steps around that goal. And let me say this. In my last video, I talked about needlepoint moves. 5 actionable steps our needle point moves towards your goal. Don't get it twisted. You may not be able to accomplish everything you need to do as it relates to that one specific goal with those 5 actionable steps, but doing those 5 actionable steps, however long it takes you, is moving you closer and closer and closer to your goal. But you can have the vision, right? Which I told you to do, dream big, have your vision, but you got to set these smaller kind of time bound goals so that you actually do stuff to help you get closer and closer to your vision. The bottom line is this, y'all. As I said in the last video, and I'll say it in this one, you are already an entrepreneur. You claim that the moment you said you were an entrepreneur. And I affirm and I support and I acknowledge that. And so now I want you to take this moment and do it. Be who you are meant to be, right? Because you have something that you need to be sharing with the world. And if you don't do it, guess what? We will never know. We will never get that. And honestly, we might need it. We just might need it. So I'm going to leave you with 2 quotes, 2 of my favorite quotes. And they're very inspirational quotes and very emotional quotes. And they're the quotes that kind of keep me alive and keep me inspired and motivated. And the one is from Les Brown, and I love me some Les Brown. And he says, "The graveyard is the richest place on earth because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled. You will find the books that were never written. You will find the songs that were never sung. You will find the inventions that were never shared, and you will find the cures that were never discovered. All because someone was too afraid to take that first step, too afraid to keep with the problem, and not determined enough to carry out their dream." Family, don't be afraid. Make those needlepoint moves. Dream your big dream. Set your goals and figure out your 5 actionable steps because you can do it. I believe in you. And my next inspirational quote that I'll leave you guys with is by Marie Folio. And you could Google her, and she has some really great videos. And she does the B School where she really helps people create their own businesses as well. And she says, "The world needs that special gift that only you can give." To all you LGBT entrepreneurs out there is a special gift that only you can give to the world. And guess what? I'm about helping you make sure you do that because I believe in you. I affirm what it is you want to do, and I love you. And I'm here to provide you with the support. But more than that, I'm here to create community. I'm here for us to finally step into what it is we always wanted to be, manifest our big dreams, and to change the world in a way that only we are able to change the world. I love you. I believe in you. And I'm here for you. So take really, really good care of yourselves. And I'll see you next time. Peace and so much love, family.